He's a
Oh my!
bum.
What? Yo, that's a Hall of Fame terrible take right there.
No, it's not. It's
Hall
true.
of Fame
It's so true.
What?
Boy just choked. Straight women booty and let the ball go.
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you.
LeBron James
puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Irving and Curry. One-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
Oh yeah, but we'll get to explaining and debating in a second. What is up, everybody?
James.
Got the trophy gold Tyler Hero out today, Joseph. Because
Because
my man balled out the other night. I can't even hate on him. Hero is usually one of my prime
He did.
targets for hate, but he fucking played, I think, the best game I've ever seen him play in a uniform. So
Yeah, it looked pretty good. It was pretty good.
but we'll get to that series in a minute. We got a lot of series to get caught up on, though, Joe. We got some injuries to get caught up on.
A lot of those.
First round has been exciting, I think, for the most part.
For the most part.
Some duds out there. There's definitely some duds out there. But we've had some good moments, some exciting moments. We've got game 4 of Cavs and Magic about to kick off here in a minute. So before that gets too far underway, let's cook that one up a little bit, Joe. Because this is one that we had differing opinions on. So Cavs Magic, home teams won every game so far. So Cavs looked really good in Cleveland. They went up 2-0, and then the Magic smacked them right back to reality in Orlando in game 3. So this will be obviously a really big game for Orlando here in game 4 to see if they can even the series up. So Joe, what's kind of been your read so far on Cavs and Magic? This has been seemingly the series that keeps getting relegated to NBA TV.
Yes, it does. Because the Magic can't shoot. That's why. I mean, they're no offense. Like, it's hard to put on national television 83 points and then 87 points. Like, that's hard as hell to watch. Like, they're a good defensive team, but to me, at the end of the day, the series comes down to, can Paolo Banchero average 25 points a game? If he's having a bad shoot night, they got no chance. I mean, when you look at Markelle Fultz and what's his name, Anthony Cole, backcourt not looking very good. What'd you say?
Cole Anthony.
Cole Anthony, thank you. I said it. I'm backwards. Whatever, dyslexia. Whatever, same difference. They haven't looked good this whole series, so you're not getting a lot of productive points out your guards. It's all on Banchero. So to me, if Banchero don't play well, it's a wrap. I think it's gonna be another Donovan Mitchell gonna have a good game, or Darius Garland's gonna have a big scoring night, and I'm gonna take the Cavs.
So you feel confident in your pick with the Cavs?
I still feel confident, yes, because I just don't believe Banchero's gonna be able to do it for 4 more games.
Yeah, so this series has kind of played out in the way that I didn't want it to play out for my pick for Orlando. I was worried about the size of Cleveland giving them problems inside and really limiting their ability to score because they are such a
rim protectors
in the paint, type of offense. They don't have a lot of outside shooting. In game 3, they got enough outside shooting to kind of open up the lane a little bit, and they were able to really dominate that game. I'm still sticking with them. There is just still something like after the first 2, I was like, okay, looks like Cleveland has grown from last year. This looks like a really good positive growth for them. Excited to kind of see how they keep going in the playoffs. And then game 3 happened. I'm like, there's that reason why I doubt them, because I just that can't happen. Like, you can't have games like that because it's not like Orlando went crazy. They just locked Cleveland up. Like, Cleveland had 62 points going into the fourth quarter or something like that. Like you can't let that happen when you've got Donovan. Like, they've got too good versatility to allow that to happen. Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, and then Mobley inside, Jared Allen in pick and roll situations. Like, I just don't understand how you ran out of so many options to be able to get some buckets to be just more competitive with the Magic. The Magic are a team that should never really be able to blow you out in the playoffs. Like, if you're a playoff caliber team, the Magic should not be able to blow you out because, like you've said, they don't score it well enough. They just don't.
But I mean, if the Cavs, you don't think the Cavs went into it and just was like, man, They're only scoring 80. They're only gonna score 84 points. Like we got this.
The Cleveland
You can't
Cavaliers
have
have not
that.
accomplished anything. to
I
have
agree,
any
but
level of arrogance.
it's human nature. Just saying.
Yeah. See,
But then that comes down to the coach.
Donovan
Like,
Mitchell.
hey, yo.
Donovan Mitchell has been in way too many playoff games and playoff series to let that kind of thinking
Well,
happen.
that's why he's in Cleveland.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, but I mean, he still played in all those series. Like he should
True.
be able. He should have a better mentality than that, or should not allow that mentality to creep in if it did creep in.
True.
The Cavaliers are also getting their first full season experience of the Max Strus experience. One game he can go like 8 of 10 and can't miss. Then the next game it can be 0 for 9, and you're
It'll
like,
happen. He'll fix it. He's gonna have a good
no,
game.
yeah, it's just a matter of
He'll have one.
do you get 4 of those good games in the series or not, right? Because like he's kind of their shooter. You know, I know Sam Merrill had a nice stint in the regular season when he got some playing time, but I don't know that they're really going to be going to him a ton in the postseason. But we'll see. It should be a good series. Hopefully, it's a nice long series, and we can have some excitement there. Because this next series, one that we both look like we're going to get just dead fucking wrong, is going to be a quick series. It looks like it's going to be a 4-0 sweep. The Suns are down 3-0 to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards, he's a man on a mission. He doesn't care who's on the other side. The Suns do not look very good. Joe, talk to me.
The big three for the Suns got outplayed by Rudy Gobert twice in the series already. Offensively. Just offensively. That's ridiculous to me. That's the most upsetting thing. I never think I'd ever hear myself saying those words, but it's a reality, and it's a damn shame. And now I'm starting to look at Kevin Durant and his legacy and saying, damn, go back all the way to Brooklyn. I mean, damn. Go all the way back. Just take out the Golden State years. Man, shit, you do in the playoffs, man. Like, you have some good games, but you're not winning playoff series. This is a bad look. Like, the Timberwolves are good. I get Ant-Man has had one good game in the series, but he's locking people down on defense. But he can't guard all 3 of them. There's no excuse. And I get Grayson Allen being injured does hurt them because now they don't have the depth that they need and they don't have shooters.
They're already losing when he went out.
It don't
They were
matter.
losing when he went out.
Exactly. It don't.
giving
You
them
still
that.
got KD, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal. You should be able to outscore this team, even though they are a good defensive team. You should be able to find a mismatch that you like, take advantage of it, and be able to win this series. But you guys, I don't know what to say. Choking is the best thing I can say. Or you are what you are. You're a 6 seed, and that's what happened.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of that, Joe. You know, I think, especially myself, kept just like, you know, they weren't very healthy ever during the regular season, so it's kind of
True.
hard to get a true read on is this who they are, or
But we've been
is it
saying that
really
for
just
4 or
because-
5 years now with KD. I don't want to keep saying that every year.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not giving anybody no excuses. To me, Anthony Edwards has been amazing every single game. I know he hasn't shot the ball well every single game, but I think his playmaking has been
His energy, all that.
amazing. His
mentality.
energy, you can just tell he is driving that team through all these
sure.
wins.
For sure.
And whenever, even the games that he doesn't shoot well, like efficiently, when it's the moment in the game, late third quarter, early fourth quarter, he is giving buckets straight on KD's head.
Mhm.
Like he is going right at his throat, not giving a fuck, and he is dropping buckets. I mean, he has been
Facts.
unreal. You know what this series has really honestly made me think? We did our preseason show, right? We did our top 10 players in the NBA, and I was the only person of the 3 of us that put Ant in our top 10, and I put him at 10. That might have not been good enough.
Yeah.
It might not have been good enough. The way he has played this
Way he's
entire
played,
regular
that's fair.
season and so far in this series, he's been unbelievable. He's been the best player on the court. He's been better than KD. He's been better than Devin Booker. He's been better
Yes.
than Bradley Beal.
Yep.
Not even close.
I'll give you that.
But I can't overstate this part enough, Joe. I would fire Frank Vogel before Game 4. I would not let that man ruin one more fucking game for the Phoenix Suns. This has been the dumbest offensive game plan I've possibly ever seen in my life in the playoffs, and that's saying something because we had Mike fucking Budenholzer in Milwaukee for a long time. The fact that they are allowing Rudy Gobert to stay on the court, mind-blowing. And then the fact that he's staying on the court with Karl-Anthony Towns is criminal when you've got Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant. Every single play until they took those goddamn bigs off the court would be a pick and roll, pick and pop, and and they are gonna be dead tired. Karl-Anthony Towns would not have the legs to shoot all these goddamn threes because he's gonna be winded. Rudy Gobert ain't gonna be blocking shit because he's always gonna be running around in the perimeter. They keep hunting fucking isolation mismatches with Rudy Gobert. That's not gonna work. Rudy is not like. I don't think Rudy Gobert is as good defensively as the media has made him out to be.
But he's long enough.
Yeah, you can't just ISO him. He's not that bad.
You gotta make him move his
on
feet
the perimeter because he's smart enough to know he can stay pretty far back and still contest your shot and make you take tough contested mid range or tough contested threes. And that's all they're doing. They're using the screen only to get a switch, and then they're trying to attack him one-on-one. No. Put his ass in conflict the entire time. Come hard off of the screen. Make him fucking work. Go right at his front fucking hip. Make him play defense. Get him uncomfortable. And if you don't have the shot, dump it back for the dunk for Nurkic or Eubanks, whoever the big is in the game. It's not that fucking complicated. And they do it maybe 10% of the time. Blows my mind. Dumbest game plan I've ever seen in my life. Absolutely ridiculous. It's inexcusable.
It's bad.
I mean, I'm assuming that it's Frank Vogel. It could be the players. It could be the players, but oh my god, Frank Vogel wouldn't have made it past game 2 for me. I was like, oh okay, this is how you think you should play? No, get the fuck out of here. Because clearly, defensively, his quote unquote genius isn't fucking working.
No, nope.
Rudy Gobert is dropping 15 points a game. Rudy fucking Gobert is dropping 15 points a game.
Ridiculous. That's crazy.
You're a defensive genius, and you're getting cooked by a guy that can airball from 2 feet. Come on now. I can't watch him anymore, Joe. I was watching that game last night. I had to go to sleep. I went to sleep at the start of the fourth quarter. I'm not even watching this bullshit anymore. I was getting so mad. Not even my fucking team, and I'm getting mad.
I feel you, because they should be. Yeah. It's over too. It's over. They're getting swept.
Yeah, just mail it in, Phoenix. We don't do this fake shit.
Come on, bro. KD got to get one. It's not like you're going against the Nuggets. You got to get one.
Before we move on, how do you? Because I know Perkins and some other people have been making the comments a lot over the years, and it's kind of been brought back up in the series now. The whole leadership thing with KD. What's your take on this? I am very much a person that believes you can lead in many different ways. Like, I don't think you have to be like the super outspoken rah-rah guy to be a good leader, which KD is clearly not that kind of guy. But what do you make on the whole leadership thing with him?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say, you can lead in different ways, but your demeanor can't be nonchalant all the time. Like, when he's on the basketball court, he's chilling. Like, that's his comfort zone. He chilling. He's just there playing basketball, but you don't get that intensity of the moment. Like, hey, we need to get this bucket right now. Like, when was the last time you saw KD for real clap? Give me the damn ball. When Draymond cussed him out? Yeah, seriously. And he needs to do that again. And that's his real problem, because no one ever complained about his leadership when he was quiet. It's that, give me the ball. I'm that lethal. I'm that sniper, dude. He don't have that mentality no more. He just out there.
It really doesn't feel like he does. It feels like, in part maybe he feels more validated since he got his championships in Golden State, and so he doesn't have the same hunger that he did before it. But this team just does not seem. It doesn't seem like it has a leader. It just doesn't. Like, I think that's part of why they feel so unorganized, and I don't know. Like, I don't like to get into things that I have literally no idea on how things go behind closed doors, right? We're not in those conversations with them.
Fair.
But like you've kind of said now, how many years has this been since he left Golden State, and it's seemingly kind of the same fucking problem? Like, at some point there has to kind of be something to it, because you can't give him credit for any leadership in Golden State, because that culture was well established by the time he got there. So, we had all the times when he was in OKC with Russ, right? Like, people would always blame Russ because Russ would kind of be the one to demand the ball, take control,
take bad shots.
Yeah, I mean, he takes some bad shots, but I'm just talking more like
KD, keep him from taking bad shots by demanding the ball.
yes, like put your stamp as the leader, best player on this team. Like put your stamp on it. I'm fine with like Russ being like the vocal leader, but in terms of like leading on the actual court, I just don't think KD really does that. And that's kind of what you're saying. At some points in the game, when it's like a make or break time, I want to live or die with my best player. I want Kevin Durant. If we're gonna go down missing shots, I want it to be Kevin Durant missing shots.
Facts.
Not Bradley Beal, not Devin Booker, not Royce O'Neal, or like whoever. Like that's what I need to see, and I don't see it with KD. And one last thing, I wish Devion was on here with us today. No one ever slandered Kobe Bryant's name by saying Devin Booker is the next Kobe Bryant. No, I don't want to hear that bullshit.
Thank you.
Again.
Agreed. That's a good point.
Again.
Yeah, stop saying that.
Kobe Bryant ain't
would never
getting swept going down 3-0 when he had a Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal on his team against a team with 1 star. Would never fucking happen. So never slander Kobe Bryant's name again with the fucking Devin Booker bullshit. Good player, great player, star, not a superstar. We move on. 76ers and Knicks, Joe. Knicks are up 2-1. Philly really choked away game 2 in real tragic fashion, but we got to start with just one thing in one play. I just want you to know, I want to know your opinion. If Draymond Green had been laying on the ground and grabbed the knees of a center while they were in the air trying to dunk the basketball, what would the reaction be?
Oh, yeah, he's out of there. Suspended 25 games.
It definitely wouldn't just be a flagrant 1 for the fucking game. That was possibly the dirtiest play I think we've seen in, I don't know, 15, 20 years from Joel Embiid. I mean, to grab someone's knees, a guy that's got a knee injury history, to yank his knee in midair. I mean, that was just incredibly dirty.
It was a love tap. I didn't really think it was that aggressive. It was a bad look, but it wasn't that aggressive.
He's midair and just yanks pulls him right by the knee.
I thought it just kind of tapped him. It wasn't like if it would have looked way worse if he fell to the ground.
He did fall to the ground.
It wasn't that bad. It was a flagrant.
No.
I don't think it's Joel Embiid. Okay. Even if it's a flagrant 2, it's Joel Embiid and it's early in the game. You're not ejecting him.
They should have.
2-0 in the series. And after the game before that, where the last 2-minute report came out, and instead of Maxey was fouled twice. Come on, bro. They admitted that they missed Nick Nurse's timeout when Maxey got fouled.
All the time.
I'm just saying. So you can't. You're not ejecting the star. You're not in the playoffs. You're not. I didn't think it was that bad either, though. To be quite honest.
Dirty as fuck.
It was dirty.
Dirty as fuck.
It was dirty. I agree. I just didn't think it was that bad.
He should have been at least ejected, possibly suspended, in my opinion. Like that is all these emphasis, like, and hitting players while they're midair and in the head or too high. That was more dangerous than any of those plays. More dangerous than any of those plays right there. He could have came down. He could have tore his ACL, meniscus, anything. He could have torn any and every ligament. Okay, but Joel Embiid didn't know that. All right, bet. Let Mitchell Robinson be laying on the ground then, and Joel Embiid go for a dunk. Let him pull his legs.
Okay, yeah, he got to protect himself. If you got to put your hands up to protect yourself.
No. I'm saying let Mitchell Robinson in Game 4 when Joel Embiid's midair, just let him yank him by the knees.
Oh, he's getting ejected.
Yeah, let him. No. Flagrant 1. Just let him do it. It'll end Joel Embiid's season, but doesn't matter. It's not that big of a deal. Anyways, let's get to the series. What's your take on this one? Remind me, did you have Sixers or Knicks winning?
76ers winning. I had 76ers winning.
Feel good?
I feel good. Joel Embiid's been hobbled the whole series. The boy got migraines and Bell palsy. Half his face is paralyzed, and he's still getting buckets. This man played as a shooting guard for half the damn quarter, half the damn game in Game 2, and they still should have won. So I'm very confident what he did in Game 3. He's been dominant. He should, if he was healthy the whole season, he'd be MVP clearly. Like he looks like the best player in the NBA right now. And I know that Nikola Jokic is balling too against the Lakers, but Joel Embiid is hobbled and he's doing this. This is amazing to me. I think I'm watching him. He is hobbled, or at least
he's selling it for sure.
If he's not hobbled, he's definitely not conditioned very well. and still
Breaking
balling.
news. Breaking news.
And still balling. I'm impressed.
I had Knicks in 6. I feel pretty good about it because everything that I've seen in this series, I understand what you're saying. 76ers very, very much could have
Cam
won
Brunson hasn't
game
played
2.
well. They're playing so against Devin on him. He can't handle it.
I'm just saying, I saw everything I need to see in the playing game with Philly. They're not ready for the moment. They're just not ready for it. They are so willing to give in to all of these excuses, right? Oh, Joel Embiid's knee or this or that. They are so willing to give into it. It's not, they don't have the mentality of overcoming it. I think Joel Embiid might. I'll give Joel Embiid that much credit. I think he might. I've liked everything that he has done, said, everything except for the theatrics during the game where he flops on a free throw,
It's a lot of theatrics.
acts like he can't run, and then all of a sudden he gets the ball in his hands and looks like he can move again. Like, I don't like all of those theatrics. I think he's kind of building in excuses there. But I think at least mentally, I think he's kind of got the right mentality. I don't think the rest of the team does, though. I just don't. They just, I mean, I hear you. The last 2-minute report was very bad, and
It's a bad look. They should just stop doing that.
They could have called fouls for them. I also thought that Tyrese Maxey pushed off before any of those fouls.
Yeah, but
he kind of like
push off,
chucked.
bro.
I know. I'm just saying, but if you're not going to call that, then they can do a little grabbing, I think, too.
It was the end of the game. It was
And they had an opportunity.
They weren't
to
calling
get the
nothing all
rebound
game.
after the first missed 3. Just get the rebound. Hartenstein wanted it more. That's what I saw. I saw no one want the ball more.
Embiid can't move.
I'm not talking about just Embiid. I'm talking about the entire
But
team.
Embiid was
There's
right
4
there.
other
But
people out
yeah,
there.
they were. They
Like,
should have got there.
Hartenstein just wanted it more than anybody else did.
That's fair.
And I can hear you for Embiid. That should just make the other players even that much more impassioned to help and pick up the slack for him for
That's
plays like that. Make
Because
sure
Josh
you get
Hart
that
getting too
fucking
many
ball.
damn rebounds is ridiculous.
Josh Hart, Hartenstein, like the entire team, OG, like that entire team is getting way, 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 way too many offensive
Because
rebounds.
Tibbs gonna put your ass on the bench if you don't.
Yeah, if you don't want to play, you want to play hard, your ass going right to the bench. So we'll see. I still think the Knicks are going to win in 6, but we'll see. We'll see if the Sixers come back again and win game 2 and tie it up. All bets are off for Knicks fans, and then it looks like it's the Knicks' turn to be the fuck ups. But all right, Joe, I really don't even want to do this topic with you, but Lakers in 7, huh? Only way now.
I don't got nothing to say, man. Man,
Talk to me.
you were complaining about Frank Vogel. I don't know if it's the players or Darvin Ham, but the defense is atrocious. I don't know why we keep going under on screens. I don't know why we keep sagging off on Nikola Jokic. I don't know why we're not hedging on screens. I don't know what we're doing. We just sitting back and just playing drop coverage and letting them get whatever they want. We keeping our eye on. We just staring at Jokic, so cut men are getting wide open layups. Aaron Gordon getting easy alley-oop passes and dunks in the lane because we just standing flat-footed, don't know what we're doing defensively. LeBron playing great, AD playing good, don't matter because in the second half, nobody does anything. D'Angelo Russell, 0 points. Horochimura, garbage. I don't know why we keep giving him opportunities in big moments and expecting him to make the shot. It's just not working. I feel bad for Anthony Davis and LeBron. Like, they are literally wasted so many years of LeBron's talents, just like they did with Kobe. They just keep repeating their shit like they always do as the Lakers. They get a superstar and they think they can just put some ass roll pieces around them and think they can win a championship. And the shit not working. It's absolutely ridiculous if you're the starting point guard and you get 0 points for the Lakers in a playoff game. Smush Parker could have got a point. I'm just saying.
And then you're sitting on the sideline,
eating
outside of the huddle, snacking and playing on your phone. Unacceptable.
Like it's not a big deal.
And then it was so funny the next day.
You just shot 13% last year in the playoffs against them.
There's like this breaking news from like the next day. D'Angelo Russell expected to decline his player option. Yeah, I fucking bet. I bet he is going to decline that thing. And what's funny is, remember before the season started, D'Lo was really trying to harp on this. I want to be like one of those like real good role players, right? I forget who he used as an example, but he said he wanted to be like one of them. That's not how you do that.
Definitely not it. That's not it.
And he's had some good moments for the Lakers.
Trash.
You know, he's had some good moments. He had a good moment
Not
in
in
the
the
play-in.
playoffs.
But yeah, once we've gotten to the playoffs and the Nuggets seem to kind of be his kryptonite. And like, you can't play bad and then disengage from the team. That's the
Hell
thing.
no, you can't. Nope.
Like, you got to be even more locked in and find other ways that you can potentially impact the game positively. I agree with you. I don't understand the Rui and the like. He's never been a good scorer. Like, that's never really been his thing. He's a great defender, good rebounder for his size, but dumping the ball into his hands late in the shot clock that's not going to be a recipe for success, right? Like, I think Austin Reeves has been a little disappointing to me this season, and especially this series. Again, he's had some moments, but he's looking more like, I think he's just a role player. I think he's just kind of a guy. He was a nice find, and that's really good for where the Lakers got Austin Reeves. But I think this expectation that a lot of Laker Nation had before the season, he could kind of be like this third almost star for the
He's scared to
Lakers.
shoot.
Yeah, it's just
He hesitates. He's not.
He's not it. I really wish the Lakers would give Gabe Vincent more of a run and not just be like a fucking guy they dump in the corner for spot up threes. Like, that's not how Gabe Vincent was successful in Miami. He was successful with the ball in his hands.
Well, they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
And so, yeah, I'm kind of with you. Darvin Ham, this is kind of,
it's over. He's out.
Like, he had a
It's
good
over.
magical run last year to the Western Conference Finals, but
It's over.
I mean, it just doesn't seem like a great use of the collective pieces that he has.
Yeah, it's over. You can't lose 12 straight to a team and think it's over, bro.
Especially when it's like inevitably the team. Like, it's the team.
Yeah, you're out of here.
You got to figure out how to get past, and you clearly don't know how to do it. So I would be shocked if he remains with the Lakers.
And Rob Pelinka ass need to go too. Putting up this bullshit talent around.
I'll tell you who else.
They put shooters around LeBron? I don't understand how come they have yet to put shooters around LeBron. Makes no sense.
Like you
put
were
a real
given a
shooter
pretty
around
good.
LeBron.
You were given a pretty good model of how to win with LeBron in Miami, right? Like, AD slides into Bosch's role, right? Stretch five, good defender, like a lot of similarities in their games there in terms of the role that was successful there, and then just put a bunch of fucking people that can shoot out there.
And they don't do that.
Not hard. You probably have to add some more defenders than what had to happen in Miami, just because LeBron can't be that guy anymore.
Yep.
But I mean,
He
got
shoot the
Rui
three now. Shit.
Yeah, he shoots it better than he did when he was in Miami. But yeah, it's been disappointing, because LeBron is playing at a historic level for his age,
Absolutely.
and it's just not really getting
It
utilized.
don't matter. It's disheartening. I don't even want to talk about.
Just come back home. Just come back home, LeBron.
He need to do something.
Come back home. Come play with Bam and Jimmy and Hero and all them boys.
Go ahead and sign a
got the defense locked
option.
up for you. He's not gonna have to defend. He can just do his thing on offense and take care of the rest.
Sign a 2-year deal, player option, and then go wherever Bronny goes next year.
Let's talk about the Heat, though. The Heat stole Game 2 in Boston, so the series is tied 1-1 with Game 3 tonight. So, Joe, it's been basically 2 games where each team had one night where they just shot the shit out of the fucking three ball.
Yeah.
First game, Celtics shot like 40-something, 46%, made 22 threes. The Heat shot like 49% or 54% from three, made 23 threes in Game 2.
I don't care.
What's your reaction to this?
I don't care.
So far?
This is why no one trusts the Celtics right here. I don't care how many threes the Heat made. They don't have a star on their team. I don't even know if you can consider Tyler Hero a star right now, because
I think you consider Bam a star. I think Bam he's not like a flashy
he's not
player.
an offensive star. Like, yeah, he's gonna get you some buckets, but he don't put no fear in you. Like, oh man, we gotta make sure Bam. Exactly, man. Like,
that's not what Bam
it's exactly the problem with the Celtics. They fall in love with the three too much, and when they don't make them, then they don't play defense on both sides. They don't play both sides of the court. They don't play defense, and then they look terrible. And they make zero adjustments. Like, I don't understand, if that team shooting the ball like that much, you don't make an adjustment to keep them off the 3-point line. Like this, it was absolutely awful defense. And then offensively, like they always do, isolation and fall in love with the 3-point is what's gonna happen. They're gonna end up winning the series, but you can't trust them. You can't trust them to go past the second round. Who knows? It's damn near going. I still think they're gonna make the finals, but I'm nervous about it.
Yeah, Joe, here's the thing with Boston, right? You said it exactly right. They don't make good adjustments, especially in game, and you're playing the coach that does all of that the best, right? So like game 1, I hated Miami's game plan. They were helping way too early, doubling way too early. But Spo, not being an idiot, okay, that didn't work. We're gonna play them more straight up in game 2. And what happened? You had Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, all them trying to take contested middies or kicking back out to 3-point shooters that were not as open because there wasn't as much doubling and helping. And then lo and behold, they didn't make the threes like they did in game 1. And then Miami just made an effort. They just made it a concerted effort. We're just getting threes up.
Yep.
Doesn't matter. We're getting threes up. And this is what Boston, like Jaylen Brown after the game, the people that we wanted shooting were shooting. Really? You want Tyler Hero, who is like a career 40+% 3-point shooter, taking 9 open threes. That's
Right.
what you want. That's what you want. Caleb, who was like possibly going to be co-Eastern Conference Finals MVP last year with Jimmy. You want him shooting threes. I understand he hasn't had the greatest year, but like if there's a player that should give you some deja vu from last year, it's him, right? Duncan Robinson, you want him just getting warm-up threes? Okay. Like,
They'll take it.
please execute that game plan again tonight then. I will take that
Dumbasses.
all day. It's like the arrogance that they have. It's like, Jaylen, now he had a good game. I'll let you shoot all those contested mid-range shots. You're exactly who I want fucking shooting for the Celtics. Because the moment it got tight in the fourth quarter, started happening. Brick.
Yep.
They're front runners.
Every
They
time.
always have been front runners. When everything's going good and they get out to a nice early lead, yeah, shit's sweet. Yeah, they can blow your ass out. They can beat you by 30. That's cool. Turn on next game, you lost home court advantage with the fucking 8 seed without Jimmy Butler and Terry Rozier. That's so embarrassing. Like you said, they're probably going to win the
It
series.
really is.
Like, they're probably going to win the series
But
because the
still.
Heat just don't have the horses. But they better be thanking their lucky fucking stars that Jimmy Butler's not going to play.
This really should be a sweep.
Yeah, it should have been a sweep easy.
It should be a
It should have been a
sweep.
sweep easy. It should have been 4 20-point wins.
It really should have been.
The Heat
You're
don't have
right.
the horses for this one.
Nope.
And you know what's crazy? I think the Celtics will win. I won't be shocked if they don't. I wouldn't be shocked if the Heat found a way to win in 6.
I wouldn't be surprised if they
home.
get another game.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if the Heat go up 2-1 tonight.
I would not be either. Yeah.
And that says everything you need to know about the Celtics. The winner of the NBA Finals is coming out the West. Whoever makes it from the West is winning.
Facts. The Nuggets.
Yeah, the Nuggets are going to win again.
Damn.
But let's talk about the team that you picked to go to the finals, Joe, from the West. They are up 2-1. The Mavericks are up 2-1 against the Clippers. Clippers, they're flipping. They're flipping, Joe. Those flippers gonna flip. Flippers gonna flip.
Try to tell you.
You tell me shit. I picked the Mavericks to win the series.
I'm just saying,
But-
Luka. He the kryptonite.
What's your read on the series?
Man, after game 1, I was a little worried. I was like, oh, James Harden play like this. Uh-oh.
You know
But
he does. He can.
Good
he's good at
old
doing that in
James
game one.
Harden. Yep, exactly. Luka and Kyrie actually deciding to play some defense I think is the key of the series. Like, Luka is actually he's contesting threes. I'm not saying they're playing great defense.
I got thoughts on that, but yeah, go ahead.
They're not playing great defense, but they're playing defense. They're playing defense, and it's working. I mean, and the last time we saw the Dallas Mavericks make it to the Western Conference Final, they were top 5 in defense. So if you got good defense around Luka, he can take you to the promised land or at least get you pretty damn close. And I think that's what's happening in this series. They're playing some pretty solid defense in the paint. They're protecting the rim, and that's been a huge advantage for them. And Luka and Kyrie just doing their thing when they need to, and they playing efficient defense. I like what I'm seeing so far. Like, I'm gonna keep going, riding with the Mavs. I told you Luka was gonna ball out offensively. I'm just worried if he can maintain it with his conditioning. Besides that, I feel comfortable with my pick because they look really good. The role piecing. I mean, they can shoot a little bit better, but it look good.
Yeah, I have a different read on the series. I'm not surprised what I'm seeing from the Clippers because it's just what they do.
That's what they do.
And this is why I said last week before the preview, I need this conversation. I need a more in-depth conversation about Ty Lue being this great coach. like in conversation with Spo is like the best
He
coach in
is.
the NBA.
He's up there.
I need to see it. I need to see it because all this talent, and you're looking like you're gonna go home in round 1 again. That's what it looks like to me. Now they could win. They can come back and win. It's only 2-1, right? They could come back and win, but I don't like the way either team's playing. I think the Clippers are just playing worse. I don't think that the Mavericks are playing good. They're playing way too slow. They're reverting to exactly what I said I was
There's no
worried
real
about. Joe.
offense. I'll give you
They're
that.
slowing the offense down. The ball is sticking in Luka's hands, and he's currently being able to make more shots than all the choke artists on the Clippers are able to make. That's really the only difference. Mavericks play like this. They play this exact same brand of basketball. Next round, bye-bye. Thunder will send them home real quick.
The Thunder?
In 5. If they play like this, they play this bullshit where it's just ISO.
Yeah, I'll give you
Thunder's
that.
gonna send them home in 5.
The Thunder's defense is too good.
Thunder's
Yeah.
way too good. They will lock that dumb shit up.
I
And
agree.
SGA, Mr. Consistent, smooth 30-piece every game.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
So
I'll give you that.
I need to see them play with that pace that they were playing within the regular season. In the regular season, their pace was 100.6. So far in the playoffs, 92. Not going to work. Not going to work. Ball sticking way too much. Now, you can get some hero games. Like I said, you can get some hero games. Like Game 2, Luka just went full hero mode,
Yeah, he did.
and he was just balling. He was making all of his shots.
You can't do nothing. Can't do nothing when he's like that.
But also, like, that was a very close game, and the Clippers stars all shot like ass. And it was a close game.
I'll give you that.
I'm worried
Problematic.
about the Mavericks moving forward, not in this series. The flippers will flip. That's what they do.
Always.
Flippers gonna flip. Another series that we were split on, Joe, Pacers and Bucks. I had Pacers in 7. You had Bucks in 6. I'm not going to give you too much grief for this one now because it looks like Dame might be done for the series after straining his Achilles last night.
He was looking good, though.
The
Told you he
Pacers
was
are up
gonna
2-1. He had great first halves. He's been great in the first half.
Yeah, about it.
But what's your take on this one, Joe?
It's a wrap. Like you said, it's a wrap. But I thought the Bucks could win this. The Pacers weren't looking good. Tyrese Halliburton wasn't looking good besides that last game. And now I'm really worried he made that game-winning shot. He's going to have that confidence. It kind of looked like he was getting back into form. I'm going to need him to be more productive offensively if they want to continue making a run in these playoffs. But
15 and 15 last night, Joe.
I know, but 15 points ain't enough. 15 ain't enough. Because them 15 assists ain't going to always be there. Because your team ain't going to always shoot that. I need 25 and 10. I'll take that. 25 and 12.
All right.
But because your team not going to make 15 every time. It's just not going to happen. It looked good, though. Now they in cruise mode. Hopefully they finally woke up. I know they got Rick Carlisle, so he's going to keep them activated and not let them slouch. They should win this series, especially if Dame not playing. I don't care how much heroics Chris Middleton put in. It's just not enough offense now with Dame and Giannis out. You can't have.
Yeah, because I think they were saying
6 role
Giannis's
players
best
out
case
there.
scenario is Game 6. I think
Yeah,
that's
so
his best case scenario is Game 6. And honestly, at this point, if Dame is like done, just set them both down.
You ain't got nothing but role players left. So yeah, it's over.
Just sit them both down.
It's a wrap.
Yeah, I feel good about Pacers. I personally feel good even if Dame didn't get hurt about my Pacers pick, but it doesn't quite feel like I can really take too much from that now because it looks like Dame's going to be out. But, just kind of what I was worried about. Dame
Dollar.
just couldn't quite trust him enough. And he would have these really good first halves, but like in Game 2, but then he only scored 8 points in the second half. And
Like you can't take off
without Giannis, like you gotta be that consistent force for this team. That's all they got. So yeah, I think Pacers are gonna win. Might be in better than 7 now if Dame's really out.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens in Game 4 if they can go up 3-1. But hey, Hallie might have had hit that like kind of like you were saying, that moment that kind of settles him into the playoffs because he's not really used to this type of environment. I'll be real interested to see. Yeah, I'll be real interested to see how he kind of keeps performing as we move forward because that next series, whether it's against Philly or New York, I wouldn't call that a long shot for them to beat either of those teams, especially how much both those teams love to fuck up. So
I'll give you that.
So I'll be interested to see how that one goes.
76ers still.
No.
MB.
Last series we got here, Joe. Pelicans versus the Thunder. The Thunder up 2-0. Game 3 is tonight. The Thunder won a close one in Game 1, then smacked the dog shit out of the Pelicans in Game 2. Now we go to Nolans. What you got?
Mismatch. I mean, the Thunder are just too good. Like I said, they're too consistent. They're just still in the groove of things. I think Game 1, they had a little bit of a wake-up call, like, hey, this is the playoffs. We got to be ready no matter what. They grooving. They look good. I mean, I'm a little worried. I need them to be battle-tested before they keep going into the playoffs if they want to make a playoff run. The Pelicans are just a no-show. They're not good. CJ McCollum is not good.
They needed to get that Game 1, Joe.
They
The
really
Pelicans
did.
needed to get that Game
They
1.
really did.
It was there to be taken. They just couldn't take it.
And Brandon Ingram, I like him, but can't trust him. Don't know what you're going to get from him every night. CJ McCollum feel the same way. Zion is pointless to talk about. Like, they just don't got enough. The Thunder are too deep.
If
and they
Zion
got
was
Shea
playing, I think it would
Gilgeous-Alexander.
be interesting. If Zion was playing, I think it would be interesting. Like, if Zion plays in Game 1, they win.
I agree.
I feel confident in that. But here's what I like. Willie Green had a pretty questionable decision, in my opinion. So
Trent Murphy need to be playing more.
that first game, right, the very last possession. Why are you hunting for CJ McCollum to take the last shot? And then
Instead of Brandon Ingram.
they look for a switch to get Kason Wallace on him, who is a very good defender. So I don't really understand the thinking there. If you're going to if you're going to target Kason Wallace as the guy that you're going to get somebody switched onto, why would you not use Ingram, who's at least going to have a huge height advantage on him
right?
and can shoot over him? So I just didn't really understand that. And then McCollum, I mean, he seems like a great guy, but I mean, good Lord, man, like he got him in the air, and then instead of just like going straight up and either getting the foul or taking the open shot, he like does that like step through and like shoots like a floater from the 3-point line. I'm just like, CJ, what are you doing?
That's what he does.
It was just a
They handle the pressure.
It was just a bizarre shot attempt, and I don't know. He did a good shot. He got him in the air. It's like, take the contact, put the pressure on the referee to give you 3 free throws.
That's the Pelicans, though, for you. That's them.
Yeah, man. I just wish Zion was playing, man, because the way he came out in that playing
Zion
game,
versus Chet would be interesting.
oh, he would break that boy in half.
Yeah, he would. Yes, he would. Yes.
He would put that shoulder right
But
in his
Chet may be
right in
able to
his
get him
gut.
in foul trouble. Chet may be able to get him in foul trouble.
Maybe it would have been a fun
interesting.
matchup for sure. But all right, Joe. You know we end the show. We choose love. We choose violence. What you got?
Man, the Ohio State is a great university. A lot of great athletes come from there. And they usually show up at big time moments. Santonio Holmes making a great catch in the Super Bowl, toe tapping, beat the Arizona Cardinals in the Super Bowl. I mean, there's just so many things that Ohio State players do across sports. It's just positive. And then you got suckers like D'Angelo Russell, who a snitch. Don't show up and play in the big moments. Last year shot 13% from the field against the Denver Nuggets. Was staying at the games, putting up 200 shots to work on his shot. And he still ain't shit against the Nuggets. Can't play defense. There's so many lapses defensively. Offensively, you scared every time you take a 3. If he don't make a 3 in the first quarter, then you know he's going to have a bad game. That's just D'Angelo Russell. They need to get him out of there. There's nothing worse than somebody who plays with LeBron James and they don't care about playing basketball. How in the world does that make sense? You got the easiest job in the world. You're going to have open looks. LeBron going to put you in the best position. He's going to tell you exactly what to do. All you got to do is do it and show up when LeBron asks you to. LeBron balled out, got you some extra money in the play-in tournament, and this is how you going to show up.
Here you go talking about this goddamn extra money from the play-in tournament.
And this is how you going to show up. You got an extra night in the strip club because you got some extra bands because LeBron James won an in-season tournament for you, and this is how you going to show up. 0 points. Okay. He need to be gone. Don't even start him. Don't even let him play. He gets 0 minutes. We don't need him. Just put Gabe Vincent in there.
Oh, there's no way I would start him after what he did.
You don't need him. You don't need him.
I'll tell you it was one thing you know about Gabe Vincent. He might not have the best night. He's going to care, and he's going to compete.
And if I was LeBron, I'd tell Javram, hey, I can't play with this guy.
I'll just say one thing. The Heat in the finals last year when they took one game from the Nuggets, you know who was like the main role player in that game? It was Gabe Vincent.
Yep.
Put up over 20 points in that game. So he's got a little experience against that team. I feel your frustration, Joe. Let a player on the Heat do that.
And then
Oh,
I'm gonna
my
have to hear
Lord.
all these old heads talking about Michael Jordan would never. Michael Jordan would never. And Michael Jordan would never score this many points at 39 either, but whatever, bro. Like, we can't blame the 39-year-old. Like, I know I don't want to make excuses for LeBron, but we can't blame the 39-year-old who's balling out.
Well,
we
no,
can't.
Here's the
can't.
thing. The Nuggets are just better. The Nuggets are the
They
better
are.
team.
It is what it is.
But the Lakers in the first 2 games, especially, had leads.
They had leads.
Like
Yeah.
they just needed to finish the game. But it's like I told you, Joe, when we were talking about the preview, I told you it had to be a D'Angelo Russell series.
Mhm.
And look what he's
And
doing.
It is a D'Angelo Russell series. You're right. And hold on, Anthony Davis. You gonna complain that you weren't a finalist for Defensive Player of the Year, saying that you're the best defensive player in the
He got
league
cooked with a game
easily,
winner.
and then in the fourth quarter, you let Joker score 8 buckets on you. 1-on-1, no double team, mano y mano in the paint, and it looked like big brother versus little brother. Man,
Tank, little bank.
it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Hey, that was
Embarrassing.
just a comedic timing because he was talking all that shit, and then
All
they
that
took the day
noise.
of game 1, and he's ISO'd for the very last shot. Him on Jamal Murray and Jamal
Yes,
Murray.
which was, bro. It was a good shot.
It was.
It was an open shot. I don't care what you say. Look at the shot. Look at the still image. That's an open ass shot.
Yeah, I mean, for a
Davis
guy
didn't
of Jamal
play
Murray's
good defense.
caliber, for a guy of
You
Jamal
got-
Murray's
exactly.
caliber, like that's
You knew he was going to his spot and he was about to take that shot.
What's really crazy
you
is
thought he
Jamal
was going to
Murray.
pass it to Joker. Like, there's not that much time for him to throw it in the post and hope Nikola throws a little hook shot up real quick with LeBron on him. He was going to take a step back shot.
Well, and what's funny is Jamal Murray, like over a year ago, did an interview with Taylor Rooks and said, they're talking about kind of like analytics and like shooting threes, layups, all that. He said, that's all great. But when it's like game time and it's for a game winner, I'm taking a mid-range shot every single time. He told you what he was going to do. He told you what he was going to do.
And you got played.
Then he
All you
did
got to do is stay. You're bigger than him. You're a foot taller than him. All you got to do is stay in front of him. Literally. Like, you
If
didn't
I'm
have
in
to
that,
worry
if
about
I'm in
getting
that
crossed
scenario,
over.
and
It's
I'm
6
Anthony
seconds left on the
Davis,
clock.
I'm putting him.
He's on my hip.
He's on my hip, and I'm gonna make him try and make a driving layup over me.
Yeah. You would think.
Step back from there, and then I'm still in a good position to contest.
No. But Anthony Davis
Tried
is
to
not
play him
conditioned
straight
enough,
up,
and he
and
was
it's just
tired,
like-
so he didn't think straight.
It happens. But one thing I want to say about that, Joe, is I love in that scenario how Mike Malone did not call a timeout.
Me too.
Because of
He
that
said they know what
exact
to do.
type of thing. Because if they would have called a timeout, Darvin Ham has an opportunity. Like, this is how we want to guard them. We want to guard them like this. We think he's going to shoot this or look for this. That's why I like in those moments you just let them play, especially when you got players that
Like
have been
that.
together for a long time, have been in those moments. Let them play. Now, if you got a younger team, like if you're like maybe the Thunder, maybe you call a timeout. But
You
hey,
got
Mr.
Shea, though.
Mr. Consistent.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, go ahead,
I might
Shea.
just let him rock too.
Let it
But
go.
like that type of, like maybe the Pacers, right? Where Halliburton hasn't really been in that kind of moment yet. Okay, maybe settle them down, call a timeout, draw something up for them so they know exactly what to expect. But I loved how he just let it ride.
And another thing, I know it's not love revised, but I don't see this play happen twice. And Maxey missed it, but he probably should have made it. What's up with defenses being dumb, bro? If they're doing an inbound pass and they throw it to the other side of the court, go chase the ball. Why are you giving this man a full chance to go all the way across the court to get a layup? Go chase the ball and put pressure on him and make him pick the ball up, and then he may have to pass it.
Yep.
Why just let him get that chance to go all the way?
There's so
speed
many lazy things that I see a lot of other teams do.
Makes no
That
sense.
it just drives me nuts. Like when you just let a guy like Tyrese Maxey or Russell Westbrook, like guys that have speed like that.
Yeah, because you're not
give
gonna be
them
able to
just
get in
a full
front of
head start.
him.
No, you got to be up there. I know it's intimidating, picking them up from 80 feet or whatever.
But even if you take a half a second off the
All you
clock,
got to do is just turn them, right?
that's
Make a
it.
turn, break them to the sideline, turn them back the other way, do the same thing. You've stopped their momentum, and they're going side to side instead of front and back, right? Like that's all you got to do. I'm with you, Joe. I'm with you.
Ridiculous.
I'm choosing love from a man, Tyler Hero.
Of course.
best game he's played in the Heat jersey.
Yeah.
Best game he's played in the NBA. I mean, I literally didn't have a criticism.
Yeah.
Not a single one. And Tyler Hero, within kind of the Heat Nation, Heat fandom, has taken a lot of flack for games specifically against the Celtics in the playoffs when he's been healthy, not really having his best games. And it's been pretty true. He had a terrible game 1, but he really bounced back in game 2. I have never seen Tyler Hero master the art of playmaking and scoring for himself as well as he did in that game. It was pretty flawless. So shout out to Tyler Hero. Just want to make sure I give him his flowers when they're due. I am pretty quick to criticize him, but fantastic game. Bam, little shout out to you too. Kind of took over in the fourth quarter whenever there was a run by the Celtics. Bam made a nice bucket to kind of steady the Heat. And obviously is always anchoring the defense and doing what he does there. He took Jason Tatum probably half the game and made life hell on Jason Tatum. So shout out to those two. Heat Nation. Let's go. Let's get this game 3. Fuck the Celtics. Fuck Boston. You know what it is. It's always fuck Boston over here, Joe.